The grand premiere of AY The Waiter was nothing short of a spectacle, drawing Nollywood's finest stars and setting the stage for a night of glitz, glamour, and excitement. If there's one thing that can be said about the event, it's that the red carpet was practically on fire with its fashion-forward attendees. Shine Rosman, in a dazzling gold tiara outfit, looked like royalty herself, while April Chidinma's bridal-inspired gown left everyone wondering if she was secretly planning a wedding or just redefining wedding chic. But the real showstopper was none other than AY, who, true to form, arrived dressed as a waiter. Yes, you read that right. The star of the film was pulling off the very persona that was about to have us all in stitches on screen. Now, let's talk about the man of the hour, AY. If anyone had doubts about his range as an actor, the waiter surely squashes them. He's not just the king of comedy, he's got heart and grit. In his latest project, he brings Apoz, the down-on-his-luck hero, to life. And let's be honest, how many times have we all found ourselves in Apoz's shoes? Stuck in dead-end jobs, struggling to keep afloat, all while trying to make a meaningful impact on the world around us. The twist: this waiter is about to serve up some serious action and laughs. But is this a tale of redemption, or is Apoz just another cog in the wheel of a broken system? Speaking of systems, the waiter takes a bold swing at Nigerian politics, social issues, and the ever-widening gap between the rich and poor. It starts with a classic setup. Apoz is a happy-go-lucky guy working at Crystal Hotel, but life throws him a curveball. He's not just serving meals, he's serving up some serious problems for himself, with a side of comedy and chaos. And before you know it, this humble waiter is thrust into a terrorist standoff, facing the psychotic journalist-turned-terrorist, Tonye Bright. The way Tonye manipulates social media to turn himself into a hero is something that feels all too familiar. How often do we see real-life figures twisting narratives for their own benefit? But here's the kicker: Apoz's biggest problem isn't just dealing with the terrorists. It's the fact that he's caught between saving his family and stopping a well-planned heist that could change the fate of the nation. If you thought being a waiter was bad, try being a hero with no choice but to play both sides. It's this moral dilemma that adds an emotional depth to the film, taking it beyond the typical action comedy. Then there's the hilarious dynamic between Apoz and Idara Benson, his stunning yet tough employer. At first, they clash, with Apoz's typical worry, bravado rubbing her the wrong way. But as the plot unfolds, their alliance becomes more than just a partnership of convenience. There's a certain chemistry between them that we didn't see coming. But is it enough to survive the terrorist takeover and escape the hotel unscathed? Or will Apoz's impetuousness and worry wiles get him, and everyone else, into deeper trouble? And what about the emotional side of the film? The waiter isn't all laughs and punches. There's a rawness to Apoz's struggle, especially when he learns that his mother is in danger. Suddenly, the stakes are personal. Apoz is no longer just a waiter. He's a son, a brother, a man fighting for the very people who gave him life. The way he tries to balance his duty to his family with his quest to stop the terrorists is both heart-wrenching and thrilling. Does he succeed, or does the weight of his choice break him? Meanwhile, the movie's star-studded ensemble cast, ranging from Deyemi Okonlawon to Ramsey Noah, adds layers of complexity to the narrative. Each character brings something unique to the table. Shafi Bello, with her poised and professional demeanor, contrasts sharply with the wild energy of Apos and the chaos around them. Real Wari Pikin, as expected, brings her own flair, with comedic timing that keeps the audience laughing even in the most dire of situations. As Apos fights his way through the hotel, the action scenes are top-notch. From clever tricks to full-on brawls, the movie keeps you on the edge of your seat. There's a certain charm in the way Apos outsmarts his captors using more brains than brawn. And in a way, this speaks to a deeper commentary about Nigerian youth and their resilience. In a country plagued by corruption, inequality, and uncertainty, Apos' unyielding drive to make a difference, no matter how small, is something many Nigerians can relate to. Is his mission to save the day a metaphor for the nation's broader fight for justice and equity? But let's get back to the film's social commentary. The Waiter shines a light on the country's most pressing issues: poverty, corruption, and the divide between the wealthy and the impoverished. The terrorist, Tonye, who aims to redistribute stolen funds to the poor, becomes an unlikely symbol of revolt. His anti-establishment stance resonates with millions of viewers who may see themselves as victims of a system that doesn't serve them. But is Tonye truly a hero, or is he just another villain using the people's pain for his own gain? The movie invites us to question who the real heroes are and what it means to fight for a just cause. By the time the film nears its climax, Apos faces a gut-wrenching decision. The tension is palpable as he stands at the crossroads of duty and family, with everything he's fought for hanging in the balance. The weight of his choices is immense, and it raises the ultimate question: what are we willing to sacrifice for the greater good? Apos' decision may be unexpected, but it is a fitting conclusion to the journey of a man who started the day as just a waiter, and ends it as a hero, at least, in his own right. The movie ends on a high note, with Apos and his team emerging victorious, yet the underlying question remains: is this truly the end, or just the beginning of a new chapter in Apos' life? One thing is certain, though: the film's fast-paced action and comedic elements are more than just entertainment. They serve as a mirror to the state of Nigeria, its flaws, its hopes, and its ever-burning desire for change. In the end, The Waiter is more than just an action comedy. It's a story about resilience, survival, and the strength of the human spirit. It's a film that asks questions, challenges perceptions, and leaves the audience thinking long after the credits roll. It's a reminder that even in the most unlikely circumstances, heroes can rise, no matter how lowly their starting point may seem.